neighbor starts chasing me with an attack helicopter. I'm firing back, trying to take him down, but let's be real, my aim is trash. I'm missing every single shot. But how did things get this crazy? Let me rewind. It all started with a weekly vibe, a fresh start, a new map, and I was on the hunt for the perfect spot to dominate the outpost. Finally, I found it. A sweet high ground with an awesome view over the outpost. Dominating position perfect for controlling the territory. So I got to work, gathered up enough resources and built my base. Upgraded to stone as soon as possible. With my base coming together, I decided it was time for me to do some exploration and loot runs. On my way back home, I spotted my neighbor. There he is, working on his base like no big deal. I couldn't resist. Just for fun, I fired an arrow, just a friendly reminder that he's not alone. I went back to my base, kept building, dropped some fake walls, upgrading them to stone, and making sure every corner was fortified. My base was looking solid, with a high ground vantage point, a wide view over the surrounding territory, a total control of the land below, and the outpost was mine. But then I was collecting some resources, then I noticed something. My neighbor's base was getting bigger, way bigger, and he was expanding real fast. I couldn't let that slide. I went back home and upgraded my base to metal with the resources I gathered, and then decided to pay him a little visit. I camped outside his door, waiting for the perfect moment. Finally, he steps out. Bam! I hit him with my nail gun, easy kill, but I couldn't loot him. He had a flamethrower and I was stuck. So I tried to break it down with my nail gun. It was a bad idea. Maybe I waited a little bit too long, because the next thing I know, the guy came back with a Thompson and shot me down. Just like that, now I know my neighbor's name, General Gazpacho. After that, I headed outside for some looting. Stumbled upon this guy who was completely naked and scavenging for scraps. Despite my terrible aim, I managed to take him down and grab his loot. On my next run, I scored an epic headshot. Just listen this. While riding a horse. And then I pushed my luck and it paid off with great loot. Just check out this loot. Of course I collected all and went back home as fast as possible so I can stash everything in my inventory to my base before losing it to another player. Then I decided to check in on my neighbor, but no one was around, so I kept looting. That's when I spotted the excavator in action. I thought maybe I will have a chance to get some loot by myself. But no luck this time. The guy had a bolt rifle. So I went the traditional way. With my only anger inside, I started hitting the barrels. With the scraps I gathered, I decided to buy myself an auto turret for defensive and maybe offensive reasons. As I was heading back home, I heard someone chopping down trees. Quietly decided to investigate who was behind it, and guess what? My neighbor, General Gazpacho, took some warning shots. I like to call them warning shots because I missed them all. After dropping my auto turret, I made him a visit with a kindly reminder. Free the horses, man! Free the horses! Horses are just a reason to pick him up on. You know that, right? I camped his door, but this guy is good at killing door campers. Then I respawned at my base and headed straight to the war room. His base was right in the center, so I decided to set up 3 mini bases, each armed with auto turrets, blocking his only exit. First step, I went to his base and checked out the DC's range, the stash. Then I collected some wood for the constructions and crafted my weapons and auto turrets. At night, I sneaked up to his base and set up my mini base right in front of his doorstep. In the morning, I brought more resources like auto turret, fence, bed, battery, and then started placing my fences. If you're wondering why I placed them like this, just click the card right above your screen or watch my video about how to protect your auto turrets. Then I connected my auto turret to battery, and in a few seconds I heard the satisfying sound of my auto turret firing at someone. I went outside, but there was no kill. Maybe General Gaspacho was checking out my new system. And he got angry. Right before I give him a proper answer, I heard footsteps. The guy wandered off in the wrong direction, and just like that, my auto turret took him down. I went there to check out his loot. He was basically just a crossbow guy with a nail gun. Then I upgraded my second building to metal and decided to go to home and get more resources. And on my way back home, I heard helicopter noises. I decided to check it out. It's my neighbor, General Gaspacho, chasing me with an attack helicopter. I decided to shoot him, but my aim was literally trash and I missed every single shot. And here I am. You can say he got kinda a little angry. Anyway, I went back there and upgraded my second building to metal and placed auto turret there, and now he has 2 turrets to deal with. After that, I started collecting more scraps and then went to outpost and recycled everything that I gathered just to buy myself a SAM sight and also SAM sight ammo. Now, he needs to deal with this one too. Then I placed another building which is in shape of tower and placed my SAM sight right above it. And now I'm camping there and checking out the surrounding area, but there is no movement around. I checked him and waited for him, but he wasn't coming. Maybe I did an overkill. I started to collect sulfur to craft some satchel charge. It was the only explosive for me to craft at the moment. So I decided to climb his roof and check out his building, but at the moment I climbed there, I saw the building was already half HP, so he emptied the TC and probably dropped out all the loot in his base as well. Still, I decided to use all my satchel to blow up one of the roof pieces and see what kind of base he has. In the inside there was only one thing that I can reach, and it was a locker, but the locker has only one loot and it was small. So it was a trade-off. And here is my setup. I placed 2 auto turrets facing down his door and a tower with SAM sight with additional 2 auto turrets as well. During this adventure I faced with some enemies. Here someone was shooting at me with a semi-auto rifle. I directly dropped out all my scraps and looked for a hard cover, but there wasn't any. So I decided to fight back. I shot him down a few times and reloaded my weapon and aimed for the other side. He was playing so easy. After shooting him a few more times, I decided to get in the basket and listen to the noises. Just listen carefully. Here he is. I shot him down a few more times and decided to jump into the balloon to see if he's still there. And he was lying on the ground. Look at all this loot! I finally get my first semi-auto and collected all the loot. But before moving out, I heard another noise. The same guy was trying to shut me down, but I killed him. On another occasion, while I was a fresh spawn, I saw someone was building a base near my base. I started to hit him with my torch, and then start running around his base and start hitting the walls just to piss him off, you know. And then I decided to get back inside and hit him a few more times, but he has a weapon, and he shot me down fast, and I warned him. Go away, man. No good here. But he didn't listen, so I threw a grenade at his base and shot him down a few more times. Just in case. Of course I went back there and get inside and collected the loot. He was just basically a fresh new starter, so it wasn't much. Alright then, that was the weekly adventure of mine that I had. If you liked the content, please click thumbs up or leave a comment below, and also don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.